placed his load carefully on a log, then straightened, pistol in hand. He didn't need it. The priest's full attention was on the bundle, which began to rise. Then, as he gawked, it threw back its hood, and an angel with emerald eyes blinked at him in surprise and smiled. "Oh, Padre," she said, "I'm so happy to see you. Please bless my child." Sunbeams broke through the mist, bathing her red hair in a brilliant halo and illuminating the toddler she held in her arms. Dizzied by shock, relief, and fever, the lonely, sick old monk was so overcome he broke into tears and croaked, "Welcome to Tejas, my child." Chapter 2. Padre Solano awoke the next morning to find he had two things to thank God for. Both his malarial fever and the miserable fog were gone. He wished his headache, the soreness in his bones, and the intruders were. He lay still for a minute before gingerly pushing himself from a buffalo skin mattress. Days of soaring body temperatures had tenderized his skin, making his rough-woven robe an instrument of torture. Once upright, he made his way to a rotting pine door and wrestled it open, glowering at its stiff and stubborn cowhide hinges. Sun rays, dove coos, and something seldom heard in this place greeted him. Laughter. It did not please him. The scow had sailed, but the foreigners remained in their camp a few yards from his decaying room in the long-abandoned fort. Did I not months ago inform the bishop in Monterey of the illegal North Americanos arriving in unwelcome droves? And that our ill-equipped and undermanned army in Tejas could do little to stop these interlopers? An impoverished priest, he was without means to provide food and shelter. He clucked disapproval. What is a poor servant of God to do? His Majesty's government had made it quite clear these treacherous norteños were not welcome, but still they came. On the run from something or someone, they thought to hide in Spanish-owned territory. Surveying the camp, he admitted that, unlike most, those who came ashore like half-drowned, starving dogs, this new family had arrived with more than just the clothes on their backs. But no matter, they had to go. "This time," he muttered, "the king's soldiers will return and dispatch these trespassers back to their own kind." A burst of giggles called his attention to a group of children. The foreign and mission Indian youngsters were playing a game involving an inflated pig's bladder. In addition to the small child he'd seen in her mother's arms yesterday, he counted 3 more and frowned. "This is no place for white children, nor Indians, but they won't leave." Solano's musings were interrupted when he heard the red-haired woman call her family to breakfast. His stomach growled. "Perhaps this would be a good time to enter them into my ledger, after a bit of breakfast? No, I'd best keep my distance. Is that roasting pork I smell? Well, maybe just a little food. Then I shall tell this family that it is not safe here. They must return to New Orleans. I will eat, then I will warn them off. It is the least I can do for a good Catholic woman." The woman beamed a sunny smile when she saw him coming. "Father, it makes us so happy to see you feeling better. There's even a touch of color in your cheeks," she said, stepping from under the wax-hide roof of her makeshift kitchen. Padre Solano, having recovered sufficiently to regain his officious manner, was not to be diverted from his royal duties and hot food by cheerful pleasantries. "Signora, I must speak with your husband," he sniffed. Smiling wryly at the shabby little priest's poor attempt at hauteur, the tall man asked, "What can I do for you, Padre?" "I should warn you, sir, I represent His Majesty's government here, and you are trespassing on Spanish land. When the soldiers return, there could be problems. These soldiers might be somewhat undisciplined." Solano glanced uneasily at Katherine. "I don't reckon they'd molest us with a representative of His Majesty right here to keep 'em in line. Tell you what, let's have some breakfast, and then